Good morning, good afternoon or good evening depending on when you're watching this video. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a short review on the Seiko SKX 007. Now I know this watch has been reviewed umpteen times on the internet and on YouTube, but I thought I'd give you my slant on it anyhow. And to be honest, I was intrigued by the hype that you often saw on the internet before I bought this watch with regards to its quality, so when I had the opportunity to do so, I decided to buy one. I bought this watch from Yorkshire Watches, which I have to say is an excellent company and can be relied upon to be efficient and deliver stuff on time, so I have no complaints there. Let me start with the things that are wrong or bad with this watch, and the first thing is you can't hack it. Well, I don't know whether that worries you too much, it doesn't worry me, but the thing that is a bit of a bind is the fact you can't hand wind it, and to be honest, you don't actually know when the watch is fully wound. I've found by experience that it needs a couple of days wearing to actually get it fully wound, and then it'll run in 38 to 40 hours. If you only wear it occasionally, you'll find that it stops during the night. The second thing that's not exactly right with it, or is a bit of a problem, is the crown. I find that the crown is very, very difficult to screw back in once you've actually adjusted the time. There's a bit of a knack to it, to be perfectly honest, and I've found if you push it in with your thumb anti-clockwise and then just turn it, it seems to work fine without any problems or worries about cross-threading. The last thing is, this watch came with the Jubilee bracelet. Now I know a lot of people think that the Jubilee bracelet is wonderful and comfortable and adequate. Well, it's adequate, I'll give you that, and it's probably comfortable, but it's incredibly rattly, and it just, to me, from my opinion, it looks cheap, and it really doesn't do the watch any favours. So as you can probably see, I've fitted it with the strap code Oyster bracelet, which they're not that expensive, and they're just light years ahead of the Seiko standard. There's no doubt about that. Now for the good things, this watch is incredibly accurate. As far as I can tell, and it is difficult, but as far as I can tell, it gains 3 to 4 seconds a day. Now for a watch under £200 coming out the box, I think that's incredible. Really good value for money, and I've got no complaints about that. The other thing is, as you can see, and anybody who's familiar with this watch will be able to tell you, the face and the hands are incredibly easy to read. There's absolutely no chance of being able to misread it, and even if your eyesight's not that good, you'll still be able to see it. The loom also is excellent and lasts for hours, and what I particularly like about it is the bezel. It's got 120 clicks, and it just seems such good quality, and I just love the feel of it. And it's not as if there's any backlash on it or anything, or not to speak on it, and it just seems to be very, very high quality as far as I can see. The other thing is, it's a superbly comfortable case. I've found that because it's got the round back to it, it doesn't dig into the wrist, and the fact that the crown is at 4 o'clock is another thing that stops it actually digging into the back of your wrist, and it's quite a good point, and it just makes it look that little bit different as well, doesn't it? With regards to size of it, now you can look on the internet and you can see the specifications of this watch, so I won't bore you with it, but basically it's roughly 42mm wide if you don't count the crown, and it's just under 46mm from lug to lug. It wears quite small, so if anybody has slender wrists, 6.5, 6 3/4, 7 inches, something like that, it will not look too big. It's deep, I have to admit, but it does not look too big. It does not overpower the wrist. So don't think that because it's a large watch it's going to actually look too big on you. Another thing is that it has 22mm lugs, and you know as well as I do, you can get 22mm straps anywhere. Now I've tried it on this leather strap, which I've got it fitted with a deployment clasp, and to be honest, it looks pretty good. And as I say, you could try it with an Ado. Not my thing, but a lot of people like them. But to be honest, I think the Oyster strap sets the watch off. It just gives it a look of quality that perhaps with the original strap it just doesn't have. All in all, I really think it's a great watch for the money. You just look at that watch, and what does it shout? It shouts Seiko. Couldn't be anything else, could it? Comes from a company that make good watches of all price ranges, and they're all quality, and this is a quality watch as well. I've had this watch a couple of months and honestly I cannot see me parting with it. There's just something right about it. I understand why people praise them on the internet, and I couldn't really understand why, and there's something undefinable about it, but it just looks right. As I say, it comes from a company you can rely on. They make quality stuff, and you can't really do better for under £200. Thanks for watching anyhow. Bye.